west. I think my road's gonna be a bike path.
Oh, yeah?
14. I made a road cost not 200 foot road cost 9,000.
No, I didn't take it. Somebody else did, but I pulled them off the
Yeah.
line.
Is that
Did you see
you,
him?
is that, are you the one next to that new house? Is that the, is that what
Well,
you did?
yeah, it was even with permit was
That's pretty funny.
$12,000.
Okay.
The October 16th Town Council Workshop meeting to order. If you please stand for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance next.
Lord, we thank you and praise you for all that you do for us, Lord, and Lord, you spared us from the storm, Lord. I know, Lord, we had flooding, Lord, and Lord, it could have been so much worse, Lord, and just go with us and guide us and direct us in the ways that we would do things that are pleasing to you and for people of this island, Lord. We thank you certainly for our employees, Lord, and all the work and the hours, Lord, that they put in, Lord, and they make the town what it is, Lord. And Lord, we certainly pray that they feel appreciated, certainly from us, Lord. And Lord, be with them, put a hedge of protection around them, especially our police department, Lord, and our EMS, Lord, but every one of them, Lord, and when they're in ditches, Lord, and working in water, Lord, just give them strength, Lord, and let them know that they're loved and appreciated. Lord, certainly be with our military, our young men and women, Lord. Lord, just put a hedge of protection over them, Lord. And Lord, in everything that we do, Lord, we pray that you will guide us and we would do it that is pleasing to you. Lord, we ask these things in Jesus' precious name for the sake of man.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Miss Pat, are you signed up for anything? Public comment or anything?
No,
Okay.
someone once told me their friend's mini floated off the bridge, so,
Huh?
All right.
yeah, they had a visitor coming, driving the mini, and they got to the end of the bridge and
Floating.
had it floated, so I have a vested interest in
All right.
the topic.
So I'll entertain a motion for agenda adoption.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Mr. McComb, second by Miss Ellen to accept tonight's agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? So carried. All right, current project update, Mr. Talbert.
Thank you, ma'am. Wes Parks, our Public Works Director, is here, and he's going to elaborate on the schedule and specifics for our current projects.
So the two projects we've got going on, or coming up rather, are the sewer lateral connections and then the paving on Main Street. The sewer lateral connections, all the materials have been ordered and they are in the contractor's possession at this point. He was slated to start this Monday. That got delayed thanks to the nor'easter, and then later this week he actually had a family emergency across the bay. But they are committed to starting on Monday morning on Main Street with the sewer connections, and they anticipate 10 days of working to have the work complete from the tie-in to the connection to the back of the right-of-way. That will not include going all the way back and replacing the pump stations, but that will get us out of the roadway. So that should be within 2 weeks. As far as the paving, I touched base with Branscombe today. They are currently working in Assateague on the Maryland side. That work is going to take them approximately 3 weeks to complete, and they should be here after that. So as soon as the sewer contractor gets done, the paving contractor is slated to fall in right behind them. And I anticipate probably 6 to 10 days for the milling and paving on Main Street.
They're going to do both sides of Main Street?
They
It's not
are.
just, okay.
They're going to do both sides and the connections, the roadways that tie into Main Street as well.
And when was that slated to start again?
3 weeks.
Okay.
Everything should be done and over with by Thanksgiving, though, right?
Everything should be done, completed by Thanksgiving, yes ma'am.
Any questions for
So
Mr.
they're
Paul?
going to hook up the old, people that are using the old pipe now to the new pipe, and the new pipe's going to hook up to the old sewer system.
Yes.
And that's got to be a fasting thing too, because that's, like I said, the new pipe isn't hooked up to
The new pipe is hooked in.
who is hooked in.
It is hooked in, so we can technically have two active systems at the same time.
Gas would be, yes.
Yep.
That's good. There won't be no, yeah, that's good.
Any more questions for Mr. Parks? All right, Mike, anything else on
No, ma'am.
project updates? All right, so we're going to push on along to Main and Maddox intersection flooding discussions. And Mike, I will turn this over to you here.
Okay. Obviously, everyone knows we've had a issue with flooding at the foot of the bridge since the new bridge was completed in 2010. VDOT is aware of this issue. We've mentioned it to them several times. I've included a letter from former Mayor Jack Tarr concerning this back in 2014. I have discussed it since then with the local resident administrator as well as some other folks in VDOT headquarters. In 2017, Clark Nexon, a consulting firm, did a study of the flooding issue on Main Street. You'll see the study in the agenda. They recommended a few things, the first being to basically put floodgates on the 3 outfalls that are in the area, and you'll see them right there. 2 on the south side, 1 on the north side, and they use floodgates on those to stop some of the more minor flooding. That is not a panacea. That will not solve the entire problem. A major northeaster like we've seen this weekend would overwhelm those in short order. Nexon did propose starting with that solution because it's low cost, low impact, and it would help in some of the more minor situations. They recommended raising the intersection. That is a much more expensive, more complex, more time-consuming project. Obviously, that would provide a dry intersection in most cases. The issue is you're going to push that water farther north and farther south out of the intersection. Some of the complications would include raising the utilities and that sort of thing in the intersection prior to just going in and building up the pavement. But you would push the water and the drainage issue farther north and farther south. And the big benefit there, of course, is providing a dry or nearly always dry evacuation route from the island. But they did not recommend starting with that level of protection.
Well, we've been down this road several times before. We keep discussing and discussing and discussing, and we keep flooding and flooding. So we got to figure out something to do now, not another year or 2 from now. I would love to hear council's comments on it all, please.
I'm not lying to you. I really think, like you say, and Brent Hartle got us the ownership and stuff of it. It does belong to the state. The property behind the High Lots Place and bulkheading between Harry Beaches and the bridge. We're also going to have to see if the people give us on the other side of Brent Hartle's property. It is already bulkheaded. Before that other thing, we're going to need that. One's got a low profile bulkhead and one has quarry stone. Both of them are going to have to be raised up too. And then, like you said, then you block the pipes coming in. And then also when it gets there, because you're pumping over the other, you're going to have a pump station to pump it out because your pipes are closed. So you're going to have a pump station. But to me, I mean, I don't see, like I say, to me, you look at it, and not trying to be obnoxious, but I think it's a plumbing problem. You know what I mean? You got to keep the water out. And like I say, you raise the road, but the water's still going to be everywhere around everything too. But if you block it, we're at the lowest spot because the lowest spot is where it's going to be. So if you push it out further down, it's still going to come back to there after you get it bulkheaded properly. Then, like you say, you also have to have a pump station to get it out of there too.
I'd like to make a motion that we send this back to Public Works Committee to review and come up with a consideration for the council.
Got a motion?
I'll second it.
Got a motion from Mr. Howard, second by Miss Ellen, to send this to Public Works Committee to do research and send something back to council for consideration. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed. So carried. Mike, before we move on, would you mind pulling AccuMap up there to this property that mine's a little slower going here tonight. I just want to clarify that we're talking about the right places that.
I got a question too. You got time?
Okay. Go ahead, Chris.
Is it a VDOT issue? Where does our ownership of roads technical? Do you know where that line is?
foot?
It's a fuzzy line.
So we don't have an exact line.
No, and we are responsible for maintenance, and VDOT funds that maintenance, so.
I understand that, but I mean, where do we, I mean, we got to pave all the way up to the bridge now, or do we have to pave?
Oh, you mean that?
I'm talking about the intersection.
Okay, the intersection. Wes, you might can help me out with this. The VDOT does pave the intersection, if I'm not mistaken. We pave, let me back up, we pave Main and we pave Maddox. We pave Main all the way through the intersection. We pave Maddox up to the beginning of the bridge approach.
So we've got the low spot on us then?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify that.
Or just to give you a quick statement, this summer when we redid the lines, we went ahead and redid the lines in VDOT's right away on the bridge approach just to make things look better for the summer while we were at it.
So, Mike, where your mouse is right now, where it was, there's the bridge. Come down to the little tiny square that's Lot's property, yeah, right there. So behind that, what's surrounding that property right there, that's, Regine, where you're talking about bulkheading and.
Who owns that?
Yep.
Go on the ownership.
It
State of
says,
Virginia.
no, it doesn't. It says Hurdle.
Yeah, but we know that, that's right, he knows it's wrong.
We called Mr. Hurdle, the county assessor, on Tuesday, and he confirmed that he does not own it.
Okay. So it's not been changed through Acromat.
No. He said Acromap is incorrect in that
Okay.
instance.
In there.
Yes.
VDOT actually, lack of a better word, adverse possessed that property. So they had intentions of doing it the correct way. So they went through that whole process, and we got that paperwork in our hands right now. Like you say, they actually, Brent knows the whole, he's excellent, he's past excellent in this stuff. And he already knew that it was wrong. He said, he knows it's in my name, it's not. His granddad used to own it, and he sold it to somebody, and then they, like I said, when they were doing it, they adverse possessed, state of Virginia adverse possessed it, because they knew how to do it right, and they just decided not to. Because if they did, they would have no reason to adverse possess it if they didn't have the intention of using it.
So,
don't fix it right.
well, that's going to be my question. The state took that property, belongs to them. I'm assuming at the time that their thought process was they were going to bulkhead it up and do whatever's needed. What happened that the ball was dropped there? Does anybody know?
Probably no money.
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably looks dirt.
If you, just to add to this, if you look at if you click on the property on the other side, it also says that Brent Hurl owns it, and he did tell us it's not correct. He did send, this afternoon, I haven't had a chance to go through it yet, but he did send this afternoon some plats and deeds and things like that, which make it a little more clear who actually does own that property. But he said it wasn't recorded correctly. It's not depicted correctly on Acromap, let's put it that way. He has done the research for us.
Okay. So with my favorite statement, government moving like a mud turtle, who do we contact through the state to get them to, state and VDOT together, or just state? How does that?
The state has some folks that just do real estate. So we're going to have to find out who the real estate folks are for the state, and we're going to have to start with those, I would imagine.
Okay.
Condemn it.
You can condemn it from the state.
Condemn it from the state.
You're not going to condemn it from the state.
Yeah, you can do that. You can condemn it. Municipality can
They'll
condemn
give it
the
to us.
state.
I mean, I'm telling you, they're easy to work with. I mean, like you say, they don't want to own it.
They know it's a problem.
They don't want to own it. And that's really, Mayor, that was really asked our question. Do we say we want that and that's what we want to happen and they do it? Or do we obtain it and us get the permits for the bulkhead in? That's
Personally, they fix it, then they can give it to us. That's what I look at it.
that's
No,
the
no, no.
consensus.
No, no.
Well, our flooding, Sundays was due to coming over top of there. The rest of it was all backwash. The other tides were up through our drains. You just throw that out there.
Which it leads me to my next question. Wes, since everything, tides are going down, and have the guys gone out and looked at all the storm drains, make sure that they're cleared out and everything's good?
We have not done that as of yet, but that is definitely, I've got a whole list that I was just showing her.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that should be at the top of the list right now. Make sure everything is flowing properly.
Right.
Do we have any more questions or concerns about this?
Only question I have is going back to Public Works, when do you think, estimate-wise, we might have an update for council once it goes to committee?
Give me just a second.
Oh.
Well, I'll
Make
let
sure I
you
wasn't on mute.
Putting the ball in your court.
We move very fast and efficiently in Public Works. You can expect an answer in a very
I'll hold you
timely
to it.
manner.
Well, we've been,
So tomorrow?
look, since, and he's right, since 2014, we have, and I have some wonderful pictures. That was happening back then. And it's like you beating a dead horse to death. Nothing got done. We know where it's coming from, a lot of it. We see it because it's low-lying areas. We see it coming over. We see it pushing up the drains.
Just need to unsee it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm
we're,
tired of looking at it too.
Public Works is gonna meet in November. That's the first Tuesday in November, so we will discuss it there and have a plan of action. And by 2 months from that, which would be January, we should have some sort of plan or direction to start moving in.
I think that, you know, those of us that went around looking at everything during the peak of it all, we saw a lot of issues. I think I sent it to all of council, that picture down there across from Evelyn Shotwell, where
Yes.
that road's being undermined.
That's
there.
not the only section. You get up there a little further. I noticed it today going
It's-
down South Main
yeah.
Street. You could see it's cutting right underneath the edge of the road.
It's happening just like East Side. So we need to, there's several things on the list there that we're gonna have to look into with things like this.
We've already ordered the rock for the South Main area.
Yes,
Awesome,
delivered yesterday.
Okay, so that's in high, it's waiting for us to go.
awesome. All right, any more discussion on Maine and Maddox? All right, we're gonna go to mayor and council comments. I'll start with you, Miss Ellen.
No.
Mr. Bott,
No, I don't have anything.
Mr. Howard,
Not this time.
Mr. McCone.
So two things. One, I want to thank Public Works team for what you guys did during the storm, as well as VDOT. They did an excellent job in keeping the causeway open under some pretty adverse conditions. And then the second thing I have is actually a request for an agenda for November meeting. With the problems we had with the camera the other night at the regular council meeting, it's been brought up several times about our inability or choosing not to televise meetings via the internet, via Facebook. I think as a body, we need to come up with some guidelines for ourselves that we're going to commit to these meetings being televised, for lack of a better word, each and every meeting. We have executive sessions for things that are too sensitive, possibly to like matters of specific personnel, things of that nature that we can go into executive session for, but the rest of our meetings should be able to be open and be televised. So I think we should add that to our agenda in November to start developing some guidelines that possibly we can put in place by the beginning of the calendar year, and then we operate according to those guidelines. So whether it's in this room or in the conference room, I feel like they should be. I think the only time that possibly that wouldn't happen is if there was some kind of major technical difficulty that we couldn't do it, or we have to move a meeting off-site for crowd, for reasons of crowd or whatever that may be. But I think that's something we need to commit to as a body, and I'll formally make a request if I need to via email, and hopefully somebody will support that so we can get it on the agenda for November. So that's it.
Mr. Taylor?
Yeah, well, seeing the guys out there, I know that they had the things that your brother be doing the weekend, but they, I know they're not happy, but my gosh, they go out there and do, they're the best. I mean, like I said, people will say, this and that, they're not, and like you said, like we talked about one earlier, they are top notch. Like I would said it many times. I was starting a big plumbing business or something, I was stealing our last one. You know what I'm saying? I was stealing a heartbeat. They go above and beyond, and they don't cost the, they find that we've got high not high wages, but we have high costs for employees. But guess what? They don't cost us anything, because everything you reached out that's come across that rate, if it's good more lines and stuff the other night, oh man, you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars instead of what you got into them. They're the best, and gosh, we're just blessed to have them. I can tell you that,
So
I can
long.
tell you that right now.
Jay?
I concur
Mr.
with
Savage?
what's already been said regarding Public Works. I think they did an excellent job as well. Unfortunately, this intersection is a mess. It's that's our evacuation route. Like's been said, you can get across the causeway sooner than you can get through that intersection. I had a circumstance where I had to get up and go through there the other way. I don't want to go through there with my vehicle and such, but I had an emergency, so it's just bad news. I think we just need to stay on top of it. And anyway, we got BML coming here May. I think we need to set up some type of public works type effort for stuff to be done. Some order of, I'm not sure. Just gotta make this place look good. Gotta make it look nice, and hopefully they don't come during the nor'easter in May. That would be a bad idea. See what we got here, maybe could get some input. Other than that, the town's doing a fine job. Appreciate it. That's all.
So today I attended the Delmarva Mayor's Q&A up at the Ocean Downs for like casino and their dining area there, their event space there. It was myself from Virginia. Cape Charles Mayor wasn't there. I'm not sure what happened. He was supposed to be there. It was Cambridge, Maryland, Dover, Delaware, Ocean City, Maryland, Salisbury, Crisfield. It was very informative, very informative. I know that a lot of small towns all across the country face the same things, but here on Delmarva, we face a lot of similar things. So I made some good connections. Talked with the mayor of Crisfield afterwards. Told her I wanted to talk to her more specifically because of some of the funding that they've been able to get and how they've been able to get it. Really piqued my interest with their flooding, and we all know how Crisfield does flood out pretty bad. But it was a very good Q&A session. I was amazed by the audience out there that had no idea that the Virginia side of Assateague is governed by two government agencies, two entities. They were totally blown away by that. So we had some discussions about that too. But it was a really good thing. I'm glad I was invited. I'm glad I went. So as I keep talking to some of these other mayors, I'll bring some more information further to it. That's all I have right now. In addition, our public works guys, our EMS people, fire company, police, nobody wants to get up in the middle of the night and have to go out and deal in knee-deep water and do things. But I can't say enough about them. They did it and did a fine job of getting everything cleaned up. So hopefully we can have some kind of answers or more discussions on it real soon. And with that being said, I will entertain a motion to go into closed meeting in accordance with 2.2-371113 of the Code of Virginia for the discussion of specific personnel and for the discussion or consideration of the acquisition of real property for a public purpose. Got a motion by Mr. Savage.
I'll say.
Second by Mr. McComb to go into closed session. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Ms. Pat. Thank you, Wes.
Wes, can you get the door for me? Sure. Thank you.